I'm gonna take on the world and just watch me. Oh, shit.
Put your feelings aside, give that wild side a try. I'm not that girl.
So what is negative self-talk? G'day, I'm Sharon H, rolling out my weekly dose of unapologetic candidness. You want to skip the sugar-coated spiels for my real raw take on something we all most likely do and how to quit. And keep watching right till the end or you never know what you may miss. And if you're game, hit that subscribe button and let's get this whip cracking. Negative self-talk is that inner voice, that inner dialogue, that limiting belief we have inside our own head. That inner mind demon forever in our ear, convincing us we do not have the abilities to reach our fullest potential. It's those vicious, disparaging thoughts that leave us devoid of self-confidence. Confidence in our ability to make positive changes to our life. We all negative self-talk and we most likely all have negative thinking patterns. Negative self-talk and the brain can coexist quite well if we use it with mindfulness. If we use it to give ourselves a hypothetical shove, a good swift kick up the arse when we need it. Which, let's face it, we all, I'm surmising, sometimes do. The odd self-criticism can be essential in keeping us motivated, keeping us on track, keeping us from getting too ahead of ourselves too, ensuring we don't while away the hours making poor choices and fuck-assing around when we need to put ourselves to task. Positive self-talk is great, but we are all human and it's impossible to look at life through rose-colored glasses all the time. It's not reality and it's not normal. We can give ourselves all the self-talk affirmations we want, but often the more we try to deflect focus from something, the more focus we're gonna give it. The greater we fight it, the greater we'll ignite it. Too much negative self-talk can be detrimental to our mental health. It can lead us down that dirt path to depression and anxiety, leaving muddy footprints on our mind, body, and soul, affecting our life and that of those within our circle. When we allow ourselves to slip into that spiral of disbelief for ourselves. Some negative self-talk examples we've all been guilty of when undertaking a new task. Rather than accepting it's challenging and may take some time to master and conquer, we allow our minds to surrender to defeat. We tell ourselves and others we not only can't do it, but rather often exclaiming we will never be able to do it. How many times have you in frustration said, I can't bloody do this, thrown in the towel and wallowed a little while in some kind of self-pity party because the power of positive thinking had completely evaded you? Give me a boom if this is you. Or we say things like nothing good ever happens to me. I'll never have anything good. Well, with that fucking attitude, no, we bloody won't. We often deem ourselves useless, helpless because we've allowed fear-based notions we've built in our head to control us. Sometimes they are derived from our childhood, from times we've faced criticisms, comparisons, blaming, and judgment. Many of us are wired to absorb the negative sermons spat in our direction, but anything positive or complimentary slides away like water off a duck's back. Why must we try, for the most part, to turn negative self-talk into positive self-talk? Because negative self-talk can have lasting, damaging impacts. Ruminating over possible scenarios and outcomes for ourselves and our capabilities can lead us well into the depths of depression and unhappiness, sabotaging our potential to be fulfilled and remembering how to be happy, exacerbating our stress levels, projecting fictitious visions in our mind, altering all sense of reality for our abilities to accomplish anything good, enhancing our limited thinking to see that with the right mindset and determination, almost anything we set for ourselves is doable, possible. You don't stop the negative self-talk if we don't stop our negative self-talk. We will not only be focused on our inability to succeed. We will also miss opportunities well within our scope to better ourselves. Habitual negative self-talk, criticism of oneself, can increase our neediness for validation and approval, leaving us feeling bitter, unsure, and bloody insecure. Positive self-talk can only lead to greener pastures. But when we can't see the forest for the trees of negativity, we will be stuck in a maze of self-criticism and sabotage. The power of positive thinking will help us back onto that pathway to success. If we would not say something disparaging to another person, we should not be saying it to ourselves. We need to stop negative self-talk every time that demon rears its ugly head. Thoughts are just thoughts. They are anything but reality. And we have to ensure these sabotaging thoughts do not create our reality. Ever notice when you're in a shit of a mood, you not only see everything else in a negative light, you see yourself in a negative light too. Sometimes we get so caught up in our woeful mood, we think life's dealt us the short straw and that everything will be grim forevermore. We cannot allow our moods to influence our beliefs. We cannot allow ourselves to become comfortable wallowing in the cesspool that is negativity. For every thought leads to misery, and misery loves company. This will then see us dancing with our mind demon, unwittingly celebrating all our detriments. We all know that one person at least who has a problem for every solution. That can never even bloody tell you how they are without throwing in at least a sprinkle of negativity and pessimism about their lot in life. The mind-numbing woe is me enthusiasts of the bloody world. Ask yourself, how often have you tried to avoid interactions with these people? It's possible at times we've even come across this way ourselves. But when someone forever gives off these vibes, we would rather cross the street in peak hour traffic to avoid interaction. If this resonates, try to think of that next time someone asks how your day has been. Practice discipline and a tad of mindfulness in your response. Rather than throwing out a diatribe of all the things that have gone wrong lately, sift through all the bullshit and try to practice the art of positivity. Share some of the highlights. We woke up today, right? Many didn't. For us, that's a positive. If we've clothes on our back, shoes on our feet, food in our belly, that's a pretty big positive too. Face it, no one really gives a shit if you have a headache or if today's been frantic or stressful. In fact, most probably don't really give a toss to hear your response at all. Most are probably just handing out polite dialogue in a bid to appear friendly, to look like they give a rat's patootie. I can guarantee you most do not want to hear about your afflictions in life. Practice looking to the good, sharing something uplifting, something that may just make another walk away in a happy place. Because guaranteed, those few moments of positive conversation will leave you feeling a darn sight better about yourself and your lot in life too. The energy we send out is the energy we draw back in. What energy we shall breathe in is the energy we shall exhale. When we speak negatively, this will have a negative effect on those around us. And same goes for when we surround ourselves with the negative. The most detrimental thing about negativity is that it can never be positive. The more we focus on positivity, the more positive will be magnetized to us and around us. When we go through life with a limited thinking mindset, we will genuinely believe everything to be black or white. We can either do something or we can't. We can either have something or we cannot. We believe that's it. Case closed. We struggle to wrap our head around our potential to go after and get almost anything we want. Then we can be on the other side and struggle with perfectionism. We will tear ourselves and anything we do to shreds because our best just isn't good enough. Has to be perfect or nothing at all. Perfectionism is an unrealistic ideal. The negative thinking tells us what's the point, as great just won't suffice. High achievers are more likely to come up trumps because they will get in there and make it happen. They don't aim for perfection, they aim to do and be their best. We must try to control our negativity before our negativity controls us. Try to minimize the damage we inflict upon ourselves as we would those around us. As once those negative thoughts start whirling around our brain, they can fast spiral out of control. We must put focus into taming these demons. Think of them as another person. We would not talk to others the way we talk to ourselves. The most of us sure as hell would not allow another to talk to us this way either. We must be proactive in stopping them demons dead in their tracks. Shifting our perspective, working on changing our attitude completely, and acknowledging, yeah, some days may be tough. Like with every other living, breathing human, we all have our stresses, we all have our woes. Just some come in varying degrees on different days. But no life is perfect, no human is perfect. No life is devoid of hardships, no life is devoid of sorrows. But for many of us, nor are our lives devoid of blessing. We must take each challenge or setback as it comes and focus on that feeling of accomplishment, understanding that after every storm comes a rainbow. We must ask ourselves if what's troubling or upsetting us will even matter to us in a year, even a month from now. If the answer is no, we must not allow things that will not bother us tomorrow rob us of joy today. If there were no challenges in life, we would never know accomplishment or victory. We need to be proactive in negative self-talk stopping ways. Overcome negative self-talk by finding something we are grateful for, something we like about ourselves each day. Let me know in the comments something you like about yourself today. The only limitations for what we have and what we can be are those we place for ourselves in our own minds. You'd like a weekly dose of positivity and empowerment? Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you've yet to. And be sure to hit that bell so you're one of the first to catch my weekly hit of straight shooting. I've linked my playlist below, so give them a watch too. We must remind ourselves daily we are worthy, we are capable. We are given one life, one moment to be everything and all we can be. We must break free from the hold our mind demons have over us, set ourselves free. As we embrace all the good that's coming when we shun that fucking negativity.